Understanding how the devil tries to manipulate individuals is a crucial aspect of spiritual growth and self-awareness. The devil, often referred to as Satan or the enemy, is a malevolent being who seeks to undermine God's plan for humanity and lead people away from a life of purpose and fulfillment. His primary tactic is manipulation, using various strategies to influence people's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Recognizing these tactics is essential to combating his influence and living a life that is grounded in faith, hope, and love. One of the primary ways the devil manipulates individuals is through deceit and lies. He is a master of deception, often presenting himself as a benevolent guide or trusted friend. He whispers half-truths and outright lies into people's ears, playing on their fears, desires, and insecurities. For example, he may convince someone that they are not good enough or that they will never achieve their goals, leading to feelings of anxiety, self-doubt, and despair. He may also present sinful behaviors as acceptable or even desirable, leading individuals down their path of destruction and chaos. Another way the devil manipulates people is through temptation. He knows that humans are weak and vulnerable, and he exploits these weaknesses to lead them into sin. He may tempt individuals with lust, greed, or pride, using these vices to distract them from their spiritual pursuits and lead them away from a life of obedience to God. For instance, he may tempt someone with the promise of wealth or power, leading them to compromise their values and morals in pursuit of these fleeting rewards. The devil also manipulates individuals through fear and intimidation. He may use fear to control people's actions, leading them to act out of anxiety or desperation rather than faith and trust. For example, he may convince someone that they are in danger or that their loved ones are at risk, leading them to make decisions that are not in their best interests. He may also use fear to silence people, preventing them from sharing their faith or speaking out against injustice. Moreover, the devil manipulates individuals through division and strife. He knows that a house divided against itself cannot stand, and he seeks to create conflict and discord among people. He may use gossip, slander, or other forms of verbal abuse to drive wedges between friends, family members, or colleagues. He may also use racial, cultural, or socioeconomic differences to create divisions and tensions, leading to a breakdown in communication and a lack of understanding. To counter the devil's manipulations, it is essential to develop a deep understanding of his tactics and strategies. This requires a strong foundation in faith, as well as a commitment to spiritual growth and self-awareness. Individuals must be aware of their own weaknesses and vulnerabilities, recognizing the areas where they are most susceptible to the devil's influence. They must also be grounded in the truth of God's word, knowing that they are loved, valued, and accepted by their Creator. Furthermore, individuals must develop healthy relationships with others, building strong bonds of trust, communication, and mutual support. They must learn to recognize the devil's tactics, refusing to engage in gossip, slander, or other forms of verbal abuse. They must also be willing to forgive and reconcile with others, recognizing that conflict and division are often the result of the devil's manipulation. In conclusion, understanding how the devil tries to manipulate individuals is a critical aspect of spiritual growth and self-awareness. By recognizing his tactics and strategies, individuals can develop the skills and resilience needed to resist his influence and live a life that is grounded in faith, hope, and love. This requires a deep commitment to spiritual growth, self-awareness, and healthy relationships, as well as a willingness to forgive and reconcile with others. By standing against the devil's manipulations, individuals can overcome the forces of darkness and live a life that is filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment.